Hey everyone, Vintage Vinny here. Welcome to my Memphis thrift haul. So I did get some jewelry. I did pick up this really awesome Christmas wreath brooch. So I thought that was really nice. I know somebody's probably going to want that for their lab coat or maybe for their suit jacket. And it's got a bell. I don't think there's a ringer. Oh, there is. There's a little ringer in that. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on this, and that will determine where this will go. I also got this really cool fish. I want to say maybe it's a puffer fish, but I'm not sure, but I just loved his colors. Very 60s, 70s. Same with this seahorse with the red. I loved that, so I couldn't leave that behind. And then I found this really funky looking horse or pony. Why they made the body small and the head big, have no idea, but I think he is awesome. Or she. From the same antique mall that I got the brooches, you know, depending on what someone has and how much they're offering it for will determine whether I'll buy it or if it's, something I think I can use or we can use here at the house. I did pick up these brushed nickel command hooks. I don't know about you guys, but I thought that $3.50 a piece was a steal of a deal. And I mentioned this to you all before. If you're at indoor flea markets, yard sales, flea markets, antique malls, that gives you a chance to maybe get something that's really expensive in a retail store at a good price, like these, for example. So whenever I see new products that I know that they sell at Walmart or any other major retailer, I do like to look them up on the store app, in this case, the Walmart app. And I looked each of these hooks up. This small one is, retails for about $10 by itself. So to get it for $3.50, what's that, like 65% off? And these command hooks, the metal ones, are usually very, very good. So I went ahead and got that one. There was only one of those, but then they had two of the bigger ones. And again, they were $3.50 a piece, and they retailed for about $14 each. So what I paid for all three of those hooks is what this little one right here would go for in the retail stores. So this is approximately like almost $40 in command hooks that I just paid $10.50 for. So keep your eyes peeled for stuff like that because, they come in handy. Now this is an item, what did I pay for this? $5. It's called eyelash extension gel. This particular antique mall that we went to, I had 0 cell reception and I was beyond frustrated. Because when I don't have a way of looking things up, I have to take chances/risks on things because there's no way for me to research it. So I went ahead and took a chance on this. I have not done my research. This is made by Lankiz Eyelash Extension Gel Remover. It says salon use only, so maybe there's a possibility this is worth some serious money. And is that showing up for you all? If it's not, I apologize. So I went ahead and took a chance on that. We will see what that does. Crossing my fingers that it does well, but we just don't know. And then I spotted this piece. This was from the estate place that we went to when we met Eric. I want to say that this is maybe for curtains. It's a piece of hardware. Definitely old, probably from the 30s. It's a flower basket made of metal, but I don't know what its purpose was. I knew that it was old and was interesting, so I went ahead and picked that up. So I will say that the thrift stores in Memphis were a bit of a letdown. They just didn't have a whole lot of stuff, you know, like that I'm used to here. Now, granted, my thrift stores are hit or miss, and these ones were hit or miss just like any of them, but they just didn't have a whole lot of stuff that, all of us were interested in, like the old things that we like. So, you got to take what you can get. These were a really good find. I do know, sorry, command hook down. I know that some businesses still use these guest check pads for, bringing up their customers. So I got this 30% off at a city thrift that we visited. And I think I can get about $20 or $25 for that stack. You get, let's see, I think you get 10 of them. So that would only be, if I sold them for $25, that's only $2.50. And you get 50 of them on each pad. So somebody would get a really good deal for that, even if they bought it for me for the $25. I want to say I paid about $4 something for those. I have to say, the Goodwills that we visited in Memphis, their houseware sections were really small compared to what I'm used to here in Maryland. And even, Kentucky there was a lot more, but the problem with Kentucky's Goodwills, at least the ones that we went to in Louisville, they only did half off of clothing. Like the colors of, how each Goodwill store or thrift store you visit has different colors of items. They only did the half off the color of the week on the apparel. They didn't do it on everything else, which was kind of strange to me, but it was what it was, and we still found some good stuff for good prices in those stores. But a lot of the Goodwills were hit or miss. There were a few of them that I walked out with absolutely nothing. In fact, most of the thrift stores that we visited within our first few days, I walked out with pretty much nothing. But like I said, it's hit or miss, just like with any of the antique malls and such, but I find that I do better at antique malls when I travel than I do at thrift stores like Goodwill or other places. But it is what it is, and I take what I can get from wherever I can get it. Now, this is another item that I did take a chance on buying. Thankfully, it was only $10. Again, I have not researched these items yet. This is the Charlotte DeVita Collections. This is an enamel teapot. And it says on the bottom, trade plus aid. I think this is from about 2001 or 2002. And again, it was from a shop where I just couldn't look anything up. And it was driving me absolutely crazy because, I have to take chances on items when I do that. So this was marked down a few times from this particular booth. So I went ahead and just decided to take a chance because I needed to find some things to send home. So I, again, will just do some research and see what I can get out of that. And the fun continues. So this is interesting. This is a Shalimar tester. Get that focus for y'all so you can see it. So it says Shalimar, very faintly. It looks like it's been rubbed off over the years. And it says Oriental. So I wonder if this is a different scent by Shalimar, Guerlain. But that will definitely be researched. I think it was inexpensive enough from that estate place that I just said I'll take it. I also got this really cool boiler tin. Like, how awesome is that? Look at the colors. I can't remember where this came from. I'll have to look on my receipts just to see. But I thought this was awesome. And that is just a really awesome. I want to say, you know what? I want to say that this came from that flea market place that we visited, that indoor flea. This guy also came from the estate place. This is Ken, probably from the early 60s. Based on the flocked hair, this is probably 1960, 1961. As you can see, well, he did not come with the stand. Originally, he wanted $175 for this, and that is in no way, shape, or form how much this guy is worth. He did end up coming to about $30 with said discount. But I thought he would be great. I do have some old Barbies that always need a Ken companion, so I'll keep him for that, or maybe I'll sell him. We'll see what happens. Next is, again, not an old item. This is a Conair. It's a barrel stove iron. I've never heard of such a thing. This is from, looks like it says 2005. So this has definitely got some age to it. So it's about 20 years old. God, to think 2005 was almost 20 years ago is scary to think about. So I know that discontinued products people are loyal to. I don't remember if I saw any comps for that, but I said for the $6, I'll risk it because why not? Now, you can't go to Memphis, Tennessee and not pick up something with Elvis Presley on it. This was a steal of a deal, so I had to pick it up. It is going to need probably a washer or something right here because it still twists and turns. But that was awesome, so I had to pick that up. Now, this guy came from the 70s shop. The guy just gave him to me for free. It's one of those crying rubber-faced bears. I know that some of these, depending on who they're made by, can be worth a ton of money. So I was really surprised that this guy just was giving them away. So I had to pick him up. This also came from the same place that I got the Conair barrel iron. This is some Bath & Body Works cologne. This is the Joyful Garden Cologne Trio. This, I believe, is older Bath & Body Works, because I don't think they sell this anymore. I want to say that maybe that's worth about $60, so I was happy to pick that up. This is really cool. This is called a pierced earring caddy. Definitely from the 60s. I love that graphic, and somebody's going to really like that. So I picked that up. Also from the estate cleanout place, I also got this 1980s deco-inspired, I think this is Lancome. Did I say that already? Nope, but it says Lancome right there. Compact. Still has the mirror and some of the powder in there. I don't think that's an original puff, or the puff is probably just missing some of the, missing the foam. But I picked that up. I really liked the look of it, so I thought somebody might want that. So from one of the thrift stores that we visited, I spotted this piece, and I just really liked the blue with the diamond rhinestones. I do not think that these are real diamonds and sapphires. I think they are just like costume jewelry. I know it's got some age, but I'm not really sure how old it is. I mean, it looks 20s, 30s. But this clasp right here is throwing me off because I don't think they had clasps like this back in the day, did they? I just really liked the look of it. It reminds me of something that you'd see maybe like Audrey Hepburn or something wear. I want to say that the guy from that 70s shop also gave me this for free. This very spooky looking monkey. I think I was buying another plushie. He's like, oh, you can just take these two if you want. I was like, okay. But he's beat up. He's ripped right here. I don't know if this is a stiff or not. Granted, I don't know that he is worth a ton of money, but I think he was just looking to find a home for him, so he just gave him to me. Oh, and these are great. Dee gave these to me as a gift. When we got to the house and settled a little bit, I grabbed some of the things that I had brought for Tammy, Dave, and Dee and Scott. And Dee gave me these. She won these from a live sale a while ago for me. These are awesome. These are, I think they're napkins or hankies with pinup girls on them. I think she said she got these from All in the Attic Treasures, Mary Ann. And these are absolutely fantastic and up my alley. So Dee, thank you again so much for those. I love them. So this is really awesome. This is a stiff elephant. Almost looks like a circus elephant. And there is the original tag. Made in Germany. And he's even got the tag right here. I've never been able to own a stiff piece because they've always been so expensive. The one piece that I would love to have is a fish. I forget the name of her, but if I ever find her, I probably would pick her up if she was priced decently. So I got him. And then I got this purse here. And as you can see, it does have some cosmetic issues. But look at the clasp right there. And then you open it up. Oh, look how... This is like a very bougie evening bag. Rhinestones all up here. You flip this up, and it opens... Very... Well, it's in good shape on the inside. Is there a note in here? Oh, it just says that's how much it was originally, $250. I went back and forth because I didn't want to pay the 75% off price, so she wound up giving me this purse for $20. So I went ahead and picked that up. I'm not really sure where. I'll probably end up listing that on eBay, maybe. I'm not sure what I can get for it, but it is a very nice bougie, very fancy schmancy, beaded purse, because it's going to be sold as is, because the condition is, it's used, it's old. And then we went to a place, and I think I've showed a few things on here from, I think it was called like Antique Warehouse or Warehouse Antique Mall, something like that. It was where I showed the really nice Lalique perfume bottles. And I spotted this really cool White Rock wax bucket. Look at that image of the fairy. Isn't that awesome? So this, I probably want to say it was maybe for popcorn, or maybe it was to hold some of the beer or some kind of beverage. Pale dry ginger ale sparkling water. It's after 1963 because it's got the zip code right there. But it was in really good condition, and again, I'm surprised it didn't get smushed in shipping, because my boxes were really, were pretty badly smushed. But it's cool, and I think this was only like $5. So that was good. All right. So again, these are from a random pish posh of everywhere. This came from the estate cleanout place. This is awesome. This is a Starburst. I want to say this is a doorknob cover. So you'd see this on the outside of the house and probably on the inside of the house. I think that this is so cool. And I looked it up, and it sells for about $75. I almost hate to part with it because it's just so unique, and I've not been able to acquire anything like this before. But it is just awesome. And we'll see what happens, because I really do like this piece. Because that was salvaged off of an old house. Now, this is not old. This Wusthof in-drawer knife organizer. Working for Marshalls and for Home Goods for 10 years, I've seen this brand of knives come in, and even we sell them for like $130 to $150. So I can only imagine what a kitchen specialty shop sells them for. This is just the knife organizer. I did look this up, I think, after we had gotten back from our shopping day. And I think that this goes for about $40 to $50 just for this in-drawer knife organizer. It's brand new. The only problem is the cellophane is completely coming off of it, so it's going to be sold as new other because of that. Now this caddy, I was really confused as to what it was for, because I'm not sure exactly what. It was very inexpensive at only $5, but I wanted to take it home and learn more about it because I've just never seen a caddy like this before. I want to say maybe for small bottles of milk. I really don't know, but it's different. It's not anything I've seen before, or maybe I haven't, just never paid attention to it. But I thought that was neat enough to pick up and take with me. And then I found this sundial here. This says, count only sunny hours. We've got, it looks like all of the zodiac signs right here. It's made of metal, made by the Temple Aluminum Foundry, 10-inch zodiac. So that was really interesting and a phenomenal price. I think it was like $15. And of course I did look it up just to make sure that it was worth picking up, and I think I can do really well with this if I decide to sell it. It's very different, and I think this was made in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. So that's really, really awesome. And to conclude the unbreakable items from my trip to Memphis, I scored a Halloween blow mold. This one is in really good condition. It's still nice and bright, so a bulb hasn't completely faded it. And I cannot remember if I have this one or not. And it was in a booth it was weird. So it was lit up, it was plugged in, but it was behind the showcase, like a clear glass showcase. Did not have a tag on it, so I took it up to the register to see if they could call the dealer to see how much they wanted for it. Now, granted, I was expecting him to say, like $25, $30, $35. But no, he called the dealer and he told her what it was, and she said, "How about $10?" So in today's world, $10 for a Halloween blow mold is a steal of a deal. So I have to look amid all of my blow molds that I have to see if I have this one. And if I already do, I'm going to see if the one I have is in better shape or if this one is in better shape, and I'll sell the one that, based on which one I feel is in better shape for my needs. So I want to thank you all so much for watching the first haul of all of my Unbreakables from Memphis. Let me know down below in the comments section, what were your favorite items? Were you surprised that I found this? Were you shocked at what I found? Let me know down below. And I will see you all in part 2. Thanks so much for watching.